first log into the software, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see, first of all, this little violator. This is our scheduled weekly webinars. So we have a few live webinars throughout the week. Right now this week we only have Tuesday and Thursday because, Tuesday and Wednesday because it's a holiday, but we do have some recorded webinars as well. So this will basically just be a list of the webinars that we have throughout the week. Those are live webinars, so there will be a CRM Plan Plus expert on the call teaching those classes. So if you don't get what you need from this, this would be a very good resource for you. If you don't want to see these anymore, you can click I have read this message and then continue, or you can just click continue. So when you first log into the software, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see these tabs along the top. And then this is a trial account you have running of what's called our business version. So you get some tabs that you wouldn't get in the other versions, including email marketing, projects for project management. There's a tab for tools here. You can do custom web forms, surveys, reports, all custom reports. The other thing in the software in the business version is you get a link to files. So this becomes a file repository for you. And you get 2 gig per user, so you can store your PDFs or your Word docs, business docs or images in our cloud in your software. Those are the main things. The other thing you can do in the software is customize the layouts when you're in the business edition. But everybody's going to have the same kind of home landing page. You've got your calendar to the left. There's a Franklin Covey quote. Then you've got your daily task list. Right now there's nothing on that. And then you have your calendar view. There's nothing there either. Then you've got your daily note center at the bottom. These would be general notes. Okay, so.
They are just general notes.
Yeah, just general notes. I don't really even use that often unless it's like some sort of big company meeting or something. I don't really want to file that under like a contact or organization meeting. But you'll have people that love just their general little daily notes. And those are nice because if you want to add a new note, you simply click. And, let's say sales meeting, discussed, maybe see, whatever it is. And then you can click add, and you'll have a new note in your note center. You can see it right there. Now, when you click back on that note, or if you go to the new line, it will start a new note. But if you click back, you can actually start to add tags to these notes. Almost acts like a folder system. So if I want to take notes of all my sales meetings, then I'll add a new tag called sales meetings. I'll click update. And when I go back into the note center, you'll start you'll be able to see your notes by your tags or your folders. So let's see, sales meetings. If I want to see all the sales meeting related notes, I would click on that. It would pull up all of my notes in the sales meetings. This is lagging just a little bit because of the go-to-meeting presentation, but I think you get the point. You can make various notes, tag those, things of that nature. But really, the real place you should be keeping your notes is within a contact or organization record. So as you're working with your people that you're selling to, well, first of all, you talked about marketing earlier, right? So we're going to start from square one. You do some sort of marketing. What's nice about our software here on the business version is you can actually do email marketing. I'll hit that a little later, but you go to a trade show, an event, or a lunch and learn, or some sort of meeting, and you get some leads, okay?
Right.
What you can do is if you're going to add a new lead, you can either import leads. If you click on this leads tab, you have the ability to import leads from a CSV file, from your email. You can also build a web form and import leads that way. Or you can just do one-off leads, okay? So you're on the phone with somebody and they're like, yeah, call Sharon, my friend Sharon, she's amazing. So you add Sharon to the system, Sharon Smith, I guess, and then I'd at least get a phone number, and maybe sometimes that's all you've got. But what you can do is you can hit submit. If you can add any of the rest of this detail, you sure can. You got things like description, status, the source of how you got this lead. There's obviously address, email. It's nice to get an email too if you can, but you click submit here. Now you have your new lead in the system, and then maybe you don't have time to really address this today. You're just in back-to-back meetings, but you do want to call this person. So right within this lead, this is the activities of this lead. You can see the tabs here along the top, but the activities right from this lead, you can come down and you can add either an appointment, if you have an appointment with this person, or a task would be like a to-do, right? So I'm going to put a task here, and I'm going to put follow up on new lead. And then I'm going to select the date I need to do this. Let's say I'm going to do this tomorrow because I'm too busy today to get to it. A time, this is only for appointments. If you don't have a time slot, you can just leave it on the date and click add. Now what's going to happen is if I go to my home page view again, and I'm logged into my Plan Plus, and I go into the future, into tomorrow, the 20th, then I'll see I have this new daily task, follow up on new lead. And maybe I have dozens of new tasks today, and I have no idea what this is about. What I can do is I can hover over this little chain link, and it's linking to the lead record. And I can click on that lead record, and if there's any notes or detail about this lead, I'll know what that's concerning, and then I can make sure that I follow up appropriately. So I talked to this lead. I determined that this is actually a good lead. It's a viable source of potential business I might be able to do with this person. Well, at this point, I'm going to convert this lead to a contact. There's a couple things you can do here. Convert to an organization. That would be more if you're like a B2B sales type person and you want to convert this lead to a company. But if you're working with a lot of individuals, I would just convert it to a contact. And even if you are working with a person within the company, you can convert it to a contact and then go build the company after and link that person to the company that you added. So I'd say 95% of the time you're going to convert this to a contact. The other thing, you could convert it to an opportunity. Again, I would convert it to a contact and then create a new opportunity and then attach it to that contact, and I'll show you that in a minute. So I click Convert to Contact. Yes?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, ask away.
Okay. So here's something that I'm having trouble with figuring out in my head.
Okay.
Okay. Before this last year, Reedy and I just kind of waited for the phone to ring, and then those were warm contacts. There were people who wanted our help and who had heard about us from someone else.
Okay.
Now that I'm going out and doing all these different lead groups and team events, I'm meeting people from all kinds of businesses that are not necessarily a direct lead, but might lead leads, might produce some leads. How would you track people who aren't necessarily a warm lead versus just people that you're meeting?
I would put anything that's cold into leads.
Okay.
And anything that's warm, I would put as contacts. So if you've met somebody or you have some warm entry from somebody else, then you already know it's a viable contact, right?
Right.
So that's a contact. Anything that's cold, and I mean that source really doesn't matter. It could be a trade show, it could be an event, it could be somebody sent you a list of a couple dozen names. You can load all those into the system and call them and treat them as cold. So your leads is your cold tab, your contacts is your warm tab, basically.
Okay, so I bought a World Card application for my phone so I could take pictures of business cards instead of typing all the information.
Yeah.
I can export that from World Card to a CSV file and then up to Plan Plus, correct?
Yeah, if you can get it into a CSV file, that's really cool. I didn't realize you can do that. Yeah, if you can get it in a CSV file, you can import that lead in it, absolutely. Sure. Okay. But a lot of times it's almost easier just to type in the first, last name, the email, the phone number if it's just a one-off thing. But if not, yeah, you can absolutely do that. So let me continue through this because I think it's going to make a lot more sense in just a minute. Okay, so I just clicked on that lead, Sharon Smith, right? And I'm converting it with just a click of the button. Did you see how I did that earlier? I'm sorry. So convert to contact pops up like this. I'm going to delete the lead after I convert it to a contact because I don't need a lead in there anymore. And so what I'm basically doing is I'm moving it from one pool to another. From my cold to my warm. So I'm clicking submit. And now when I click on leads, I'll no longer have a lead there. But when I go to my contacts, I'll have this new hypothetical contact that you can delete later, by the way, Sharon Smith. And I click on it, and this is what's called the detail layout view of this lead. Okay, so I've got classification. This is nice because I can put what type of lead is this, or excuse me, what type of contact is this? Is it a customer, family, friend, prospect, or is it something else I want to add? If it is, you click Manage Classification. And what's a classification that you might think of in your business, in your mind?
A leads group.
Okay. But I mean, at this point they're a contact, but I'm just showing you how to do this.
Yeah.
Just saying, once they are a contact, maybe they're a certain, maybe you're this type of customer or that type of customer.
Work.
Yep. What'd you say?
What was contact?
You say work.
Cool.
I mean, whatever, right? You can go and change these later. This is just to show you that you can do it. So you can add your own classifications here. Hit submit, and go back to my lead source. And now when I go to Sharon, I know that she is a education contact. I click update. That's one thing to remember is anytime you do something in the layouts here, you have to hit update or else it won't save. So you can do job title, office, email, phone, contact summary, nickname, title. I mean, all these things that you can use. This is your default layout. But what's nice about the business edition is you can also tweak the layouts. So if I click this layout button, this is column 1, column 2. This is more advanced stuff. I'm just showing you that it's here. But you can come and you can remove those fields, or you can add new fields. You can add your own custom fields, or you can borrow from something we have. So for example, we have all these fields you could use, and one of them, maybe you want to know lead source. Okay, so, and then you can add the label how you want. So, oh shoot, sorry, not sure what I did there. Let's try this again. Lead source. So hit submit, and now when I click on Sharon Smith, I'll have a new lead source right here. And I can say, okay, did this come through an online, print, some sort of TV, radio ad we did, a direct mail, a seminar, a coworker? This was a coworker, so I'm going to put it like that. And now I'll know that this contact came from this lead source. What's nice about this is at the end of the year, you can run reports to see what lead sources are working, and from a marketing standpoint, you can add and invest more time and money into those sources.
That's awesome.
So that's just, sorry?
That's great.
Oh, cool. Yeah, thanks. So yeah, you can definitely add as many fields as you want to these layout views. And this is nice because when you get into these contact records, you have a quick snapshot of what this person is all about, what you're doing with them. And even more so, this is what's powerful about CRM. Okay, we're in the detailed layout view. If you come down here, you've got a history tab. This is the history of everything you've done. So you have a task to follow up on a new lead. You created the lead at that time. You converted the lead at that date. And then I'm going to let's say I did speak with her. I'm going to pull up a little call field. This is for call specific. We have even some call centers that use this for tracking time. So you'll see a little duration here. So you could open this up at the beginning of your call and add your notes about the call. Spoke with, sorry, I need to learn how to type here. She is interested in all products. Follow up in 3 days. Okay, so my result here, I'll put discussion, interested. You can add anything you want to these results. You can manage those results. Okay, now I click submit, and I can put a task too if I want. I can put a task. So this is my history note of the call. The follow-up you can build right here. So if I have an appointment and I'm saying, okay, well, let's meet for lunch this Wednesday before the holidays, and your meeting's at 12 o'clock, and you put lunch meeting in the description, any notes about what it is, you click submit here. Sorry, not sure what happened there. It worked though. Okay, so here's the call note. Sharon Smith spoke with. She's interested. So you're starting to build a history of everything you're doing with this person. Here's the lunch meeting I just created. And what's nice about your appointments is you can actually go in and add more detail to that appointment. Anyway, let me show you what happened when I added that appointment. I go to my home page, and on my week view, all of a sudden there's a new appointment here on my calendar. I can click on that, and I can look at like references and see, okay, this is with Sharon. I can add some notes in here real quick. I can do categories. What type of lunch meeting is this? Again, you can add your own category. This is business. Is this important? What important level is it? Is it critical, important, low, medium? Put important. Status, it's confirmed. The type, it's a lunch meeting. I'm going to put meeting. So anyway, you can manage all of these things to help you learn and remember more about what it is you're doing with that person. And the categories have color codes attached to them, so you can go and manage those categories and associate different color codes so that at a quick glance you can know what type of meeting it is. That's more advanced stuff I won't bother showing you right now, but you can do it. Okay, so now you have that contact and you've discussed the thing that you're going to be selling this person. So at that point you have an opportunity. Now what an opportunity is any potential source of revenue that's coming to your company. Okay, this could be either commission you're making if you're representing another partner or another firm, or it could be the total amount of the deal, however you want to manage that. So if I have a new opportunity, I'm going to come to opportunities and click new. There's a couple different ways to do this, by the way, but I'm just going to click new right here, new opportunity, and I'm going to call this Sharon Smith education package, something like that. Okay, I'm going to link it to her contact record, and the way I did that is there's a building that's for your companies or your organizations. There's a little guy, a little smiley guy here, and you can click on that. You're going to link this to your contact record, and if they don't pop up right here, you just do a quick search for their name. You click that button, and now you've linked this opportunity. Now what I do with my opportunities is I call them who I'm selling to and what I'm selling. Okay, that's my opportunity. So Sharon Smith education package. And you can do things like manage the currency. You can put right here what sales stage you're in. Maybe we're in qualification right now, and you can add to those stages, by the way. What channel? This is cool because did it come through an advertisement, direct mail, marketing campaign, partner? This was a referral, so I'm going to put referral. Status, I'm going to forecast it on a forecast report. Win probability, I think this is a good one. It's going to be 50%. You can manage that however you want. Close date, it's going to default automatically 30 days out, but maybe you feel like you're going to close this one by the end of next week or something. Sorry. That would be November. Okay. And sales rep, if you have multiple people in your company, you can go and assign that to the sales rep right here just by selecting the other license, and then you put a description of what you need that person to do, and you're going to create this opportunity. Okay, so now I have this opportunity. This is the detailed layout view of the opportunity, and just like with the detailed layout view of the other, in the business version you can adjust the detailed layout view on the opportunity as well. A couple of things that are really important, that would be the amount of what you think this package might bring to your business. You know, let's say it's $2,500. I have no idea, but that's you know, where you can manage that stuff. Channel detail, description. So it was a referral, but who was referred from? Channel detail. You know, Julie Thompson. And so at the end of the year, you can actually pull up a report by all of your referrals by Julie Thompson and see, you know, how many people she's given you, and maybe you're going to send her a nice little Christmas card or something. I don't know. Okay, so that's opportunities. Now, when you go to your contacts into Sharon Smith, this is the detailed layout view of that contact. You can come along the top here. Within that contact, there's several tabs here: process, addresses, related to. There's one called opportunities. When you click on that, you'll be able to see all the open opportunities that you have with this person. You'll also be able to see any closed opportunities, and you might have you know, several different packages or products or services that you can sell to this person over the course of the year or years. You'll be able to track and manage all of that right through the software. Now, in addition to that, let's say you find out that Sharon Smith is part of this company, and there are several different people within that company you might be able to sell to. So you're going to come and create a new organization. This is XYZ Corp, and there's several people in there you're going to want to talk to. You can put the website URL. That's always nice when adding a new organization. As much detail as you want. You click Create Organization. now you've got that organization. So you want to link Sharon to this organization. You click on Related To, and you can add a new contact. So you click Search here, and you find your contact. You can either search, or if it's right there, you can just click on it. You click Add, the Add button, and now you have a new contact linked to this parent company. And if I click on Sharon Smith, I'll see that she is now a contact within XYZ Corp. And when I click on XYZ Corp, I'll see that Sharon Smith is a contact of this XYZ Corp. And eventually you might have dozens of people that you're working with and selling within that organization. If you don't want to use that or don't need that feature, you don't have to, but there's a way to manage people within businesses and link relationships together in the software. Okay, so that's the basic stuff of any CRM. You've got your leads, you have your contacts, the people you're selling to, you have your businesses that you're working with, and then you have your opportunities. So these are the deals. This is the money that you're bringing to the company. That's standard stuff there. One thing that's really unique and cool about our software is the ability to customize it to meet your specific needs. So you don't have to have your own developer, your own programmer. You can just use our software and our features on the business version only, actually. But our business software will allow you to customize your layout, so that's really nice. Now there's also email marketing in our software. You said you did marketing currently. Well, you can also do some email marketing in our system. So if I click on the marketing tab, you can go to one email blast, multiple email blasts, or multiple email drip campaign, right? So here are the campaigns. Here's your template library, image library, list management. If I want to just send a blast out to a bunch of people, then I'll use this feature here. And you know, I'm actually not going to get too detailed on this because we have a recorded webinar that will show you all about this. You can just click on it and watch the whole thing. Point is, you can send out email blasts, letting them know about a new product or service, about an office move. You know, you can schedule a drip campaign that's like a checking in, follow-up type of a drip campaign to your existing customers, saying, hey, you know, it's been a few weeks. How's everything going? Da, da, da. You can set up all the messaging and then have the system automatically kick those out. So it's powerful. You can see there's an email quota down here at the bottom. You can actually add more emails to this, but each user gets 250 to work with to start. You can definitely bump that up to tens of thousands or whatever. Project management, this is another section that's very attractive about our software, is our project management area.
I have a quick question.
Please.
Rini just asked me that these emails won't be sent back as spam, right?
Sent back as spam. So anytime you use any form of email marketing of any type, whether you're using Constant Contact or any of the other players, you have a certain likelihood of being marked as spam. There's a lot of factors to that. The way the emails are formatted, the fact that you're blasting multiple emails out all at once. You will get some email marketing marked as spam. That's just the nature of the game. You know, a lot of them will just go through, but some of them might get marked as spam. All you have to do is click Save once if you're the recipient, and then those messages will come through just fine. So if it's people that you're working with and marketing to past just the first time, then you should have zero problems. But yeah, there's a little bit of spam involved based on links, images, HTML versus text. You know, there's a lot of things there.
Okay.
Okay, so project management, this is kind of cool. You could set up a new project about just about anything in the world that you can possibly imagine. So these could be internal, external projects. These could be projects where you're collaborating with other partners or vendors. So just for an example, let's say you had an internal project to bring on a new sales hire. That could be a project, right? Click on Create New Project. You name your project, New Sales Hire. And you can link this to a contact record if you have one. If not, if it's just general, you don't have to link it to anything. You could put the estimated value of this project, including hours, what type of project it is, operations, it's internal. Where am I at in this? I'm planning it, I'm initiating it, executing where am I at, the priority level. I'd say this is a high priority project. It's going to be a B1. Owner would be the person that's owning this project, and if you have multiple users, you can select a new owner. Start date we'll do today, and let's say you need to get aggressive. You need somebody on board before the holidays, so you need to have this person in by next Wednesday or something, okay? And then you can put a vision statement as well. Whatever it is you want to put in here, getting a new sales rep on board as well as training. Okay, click submit. Now you're beginning your new project. So within this project you start adding tasks of the project. So maybe first you need to determine criteria for hire. It's a task. Then you're going to what are those called? Listings, list ad, and paper or whatever it is, wherever you're going to list this ad for somebody to come on board. Then you're going to go through an interview process, and you're going to hire new candidate or new hire. I mean, leave it as simple as that. Then maybe there's some training that needs to take place.
Can you do
again? Sorry, go ahead.
Can you do subtasks?
Yeah. So under this training, you have training type A. All you do is click an indent here with this blue arrow. Okay, so you just indent with those arrows in and out. So anyway, you could have a project that's really detailed here. You can have different start dates and due dates for each item. And then you can even add a field here for owner. This would be the priority of each task. If there are separate priorities, you can use flags for various items as well. And you can, once you have completed this task, you can check it off as completed. And then it will start to tell you the progress of how far you are along with this project. If you need to have your assistant list an ad for you, you can come and click on this delegated button. So you've got normal, completed, forward to a new date, delegated, in progress. If you want to delegate this, again, you click on this delegated button. New pop-up window will come up here. And then you could find an application user. This would be somebody that's in Plan Plus with you that you could delegate this to. Or, in this case, with the project portal, you can use an external user email address. Okay, so if you want to delegate this to your assistant or to somebody else, you can do so with a simple email address, the expected due date, and you could put a note. Please help with this task. Thank you. Whatever you want to put there, right? That's a note about the project. Then you click this button called Delegate. By doing so, it will send that person an email. Again, you could do things like start date, due date, type, priority, all the details about this one particular task within that project. I hit save and close, and that person is going to get an email saying you've been delegated this task. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute once it comes through. Don't think it's there yet. Okay, and then you've got, so that's projects. Sorry, some more things to keep in mind with projects is you can add documents, you can submit time if you're billing back somebody, you can add notes, even bugs, cases, some advanced items you'll probably never use. The other thing that's cool about this projects area is you can actually send somebody an update. If you click this little email button right here, you can create a link. You can actually add your email settings right into the software here, or you can select this link right here, and you can, sorry, trying to open this link. Open link, there we go. Okay, basically you can send an email to somebody that has just a kind of a snapshot view of where you're at with this project. So if you have like a stakeholder or partner or somebody like that, like, hey, here's our project, and here's what it looks like. This is how far we are. So you can send kind of updates like that. So people can't actually come in and mess with stuff, but they can see a status view of where you're at. And you can even add your own logo to this project and things of that nature. Okay, so project's cool. Calendar, this is where you manage all your calendar activities. So this is calendar only. I mean, you'll have a calendar on the home page, but with this one you can go and select by user, and you can find another user in Plan Plus, and you can pull up all their appointments. You can add appointments. You can collaborate and build custom views or reports, and the custom views could be multiple users. Maybe it's everybody in the system you want to add to a view. You can do that. I can't really show you that right now because there's nobody else in the software.
Right. So when you mean everybody in the system, you mean other users underneath?
Plan Plus.
Okay.
Yeah, Plan Plus. Yep. So let's go add somebody else to this trial. Your partner. If you come here to Account, License Billing, this won't charge you anything. I'm just adding another user to the trial. This is how you would add licenses and manage your users. You've got Manage License, User Management. I'm just going to first of all add a new license. Right now you have one. I'm going to update to 2 licenses. And then I'm going to click on User Management. And I'm going to click on Create New. Okay, so now I need the first name, last name of your second user.
Renie, R-E-N-I-E, Smith, S-M-I-T-H, and the email would be the same as mine, but her first name.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just making her email address her username. Okay, and then password, I'm just going to do welcome all lowercase. You can go in and change that.
Yeah.
But now Renie should be able to go in and log in and use this trial along with you.
Okay.
Just need to click Submit here. Oh, oops, okay. Okay, and now if I come to Manage Licenses, here's a new inactive user. So I click on the record, the new record I just created. This is where I attach them to the license I just added. And I'm going to put her in as an administrator, but you can add people as managers or agents, and then you can set up their security and their roles based on how you add them.
Well,
for the purpose.
Yeah, what are the differences there? Is the agent just
whatever
like
you want?
secretary?
You manage the differences. You manage the differences on your own, and I'll show you where to do that. But for now, I'm just going to throw her in as an admin because it's just a demo account, trial account, and then you guys can manage those licenses on your own. So you're both in the system now. The way you would set up the security settings would be, okay, so if you click on this account tab, this is all the back-end areas to manage the entire account. This is where you'd manage views and layouts and permissions and roles and security and add email addresses and everything. So account, setup, this is where you do the setup. So if you click on security, this is where you're going to go in and assign roles and views and access to the various users within Plan Plus. And that could take a whole 30-minute demonstration right there, so I'm not going to worry about it. I just want to let you know that it's there. You can manage that. Let's see. That's really it. That's kind of the broad strokes of what this software is. Again, you can do like custom web forms and reports and surveys. So with a custom web form, for example, you could come into the form builder and you could build a new form that's called, say, a web form, for example, like a contact us form. You could put what you want in there, like first name, last name, email address, what product am I interested in, and then you could put that on your website. You could give it to your web guy, it will come. We'll be able to spit out the HTML for you. You'll throw that code in your web form, and then when somebody enters in the information, it will come into our system as a brand new lead. It will email you that there's a new lead, and then you can go in and manage that lead. So I'm getting too detailed for you on what the software can do because it's really powerful, but I at least wanted to kind of hit the main topics and the main things that it can do.
So
go ahead.
The opportunities are basically where your services and products are. Your projects have to do with business development or managing your business. Is that right?
Yeah, so again, an opportunity would be any potential source of revenue coming to your business. So those are your deals. That's the money coming in. You might have a project that's associated to an opportunity. So I don't know. For example, in the real estate world, an opportunity might be your house or your listing itself. So it's the property. That's your opportunity. Once you sell that, that's what's going to bring the company money. But there might be a project that you have built for that property called, I don't know, sell this home. And part of that might be getting signs, doing repairs, signing docs, lining up the title company, lining up the mortgage company, doing an open house. You know what I mean? Like you might have 20, 30 projects associated to that one property. So project would be internal, external. They could be associated to an opportunity. Projects could be anything you want. So it's just a nice little product management module that we have built within the software for you.
Okay, so I have one question. We do services, and what we're known for is custom development of a service. So I assess a child, and I develop a custom program for them. Would that custom program come under an opportunity or a project? Like the program would be so many days, so many hours on so many different points that need to be done. Would that be created under the project?
I would say both. So you're going to have the opportunity. So the opportunity is basically, this is my deal, and this is when I close it. This is when I get that signature on a contract or a credit card or PO or whatever. You know, I got my signed deal. That's my signed opportunity, closed and done. Now I have to execute that project. I have to execute that signed opportunity. That's when I'm going to build a project for that opportunity with as many tasks and details and where I'm going to manage everything.
Okay, thank you.
Does that make sense? I'm sorry.
Absolutely. So the opportunity has money coming in and the line item in your QuickBooks. And
totally.
To do with the actual job you're doing and all the subtasks associated with that.
Absolutely. So opportunities, oh, let me show you one more thing, sorry. So if you come here to the home view, dashboard, and there's actually quite a few things I haven't showed you because we only had an hour for this, but here's what's called an opportunity pipeline view. This was that hypothetical deal I just created for $2,500, and it is forecasting this opportunity, and it's showing you how much you have forecasted, how much you have closed. Eventually you'll have tons of deals in here, and you'll be able to see what was won and what was closed. So really good way to track your pipeline and to forecast for the future as well. You can do this by quarter, by year, by user. You can drill down to individual user. You know, I want to go see what Rennie has closing. There's nothing here because there's no deals in here. And then you go the whole year maybe, or you can drill down by month. Anyway, the point is you can forecast. So you can know, okay, what are we going to close next month? How are we looking? You know, maybe I can invest in some extra marketing if I have enough deals in my pipeline. So your opportunity, again, is all revenue related. Now, actually executing that closed opportunity may have a nice big project associated, and that's just fine. And when you build a new project, you can actually link that project to a customer that has a linked opportunity.
Okay. And then the project can be assigned various people as it goes down the list.
Yeah, exactly. Each task can delegate or assign to a new user, a new person within that project. Yep. So you might have your sales guy that goes in and closes an opportunity, and then you'll have somebody else that manages the project after that opportunity's been closed.
So can you, if For instance, you're supposed to get through like 7 tasks on day 1, but you only got through 5 of them. Is there a way to change the dates or to?
Oh yeah, you can always change the dates, or you can just leave them as overdue, and they'll kind of show up red, saying they're overdue. And I like to leave a lot of my stuff overdue because then I'll know I got to get to that stuff first. And right now I'm a little bit behind. I do a lot over here, so let me just kind of show you real quick. If you come to my home page, this is probably not a good thing to show you, but look at all this overdue stuff I have. My black are on time, my red's overdue. But what's nice about that is I'm going to go in today and the next day, and I'm going to get caught up. But I know that these are all urgent activities. Now, can I go in and change this real quick? Yeah, I just click on forward, and all you have to do is forward it to a new date, or you can click on the edit button as well. So if I'm going to forward this to be due tomorrow instead, I can do that. It will drop off my overdue items. But you can also click on this edit button, and you can edit the tasks, and you can change the dates, everything else. So that's my home page task view, but it's the same for it's the same for your project tasks as well.
Okay. Thank you so much.
No problem. I hope that was helpful.
And now we'll see if Rini can run it.
Well, that's great. Well, I'm your account executive, so I'm happy to help you at any times with any questions you might have. Remember that there's also a really good resource in the videos. So if you come here to, the webinars as well as the videos. Let me just point that out real quick. If you come to planplusonline.com/webinars, that's going to be, /webinars. These are going to be all the webinars that we have upcoming for the upcoming month. There's like new user setup, benefits and features of the business edition, 5 secrets of real estate, using Plan Plus real estate, opportunity tracking and process builder. I actually teach that one on Thursday, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. If you guys want to see that, we're really getting into detail about opportunities, closing more business and sales processes. Email marketing, this one you can just watch, and it's recorded. So you guys can just watch that after this, or customizing your account. There's a recorded webinar there as well. Here's all about project management. So that project tab we just talked about, there's a whole webinar on projects and how to do projects in our software.
So I noticed that these, not many are recorded. And what really happens
most of them are live.
And it's so busy that we have to do these like
after. No, I'm with you. So let me point out the other thing I was going to show you is once you're in the software, there's a help and training link at the top. Okay, this is going to be a way awesome resource for you. So you click on help and training, and all of a sudden you'll get a new pop-up window here. And here's FAQs, for example. Here's submit a ticket. Here's drop into our webinars. The one I really enjoy is this tab at the top that says video training. You click on that, and here you go. You got training by role. User, initial setup. Both of you, I'd spend time in just all of these training videos under initial setup. How do I set up my auto login? How do I log in from my smartphone? You know, all of these different activities. These are all recorded little tutorial videos here. So this is training by role. Like, where am I at? What role do I play? Am I a manager in my company? Am I a sales rep? Am I a project manager? And then those are videos associated. The other one I like a lot is training by feature. So if I click on training by feature, this will show you how to do various things based on topic. So if I want to learn more about, I don't know, email templates. Then it says, see templates, sorry. So I come down here to templates. Here's a bunch of short tutorial videos and blog posts on email templates. If I want to learn more about, I don't know, projects, here's a couple of tutorial videos, marketing, mobile, layouts, page layouts. There's little tutorial videos and links on all of this stuff. So yes, please spend time in here. There's almost 300 tutorial videos both in our software as well as on our YouTube channel.
Well, how long does it take for a person who's starting brand new to get a handle on this if they've not really used a CRM before?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it really depends on the person. There's a lot of factors there, right? I've been using CRM for well over 10 years, so I've used all different types. Salesforce, Sugar, Goldmine, even one called Basecamp. I've played with a bunch of the others like Zoho and everything else. And I think it takes a little time to learn the first one. But if you just keep with the basics, meaning I've got a new lead, I'm converting that to a contact. I'm going to attach an opportunity, my sales deal, to that contact. That's really the meat of CRM right there. It's all about managing your customers and your contact records and making sure that everybody adds notes so that if anybody else jumps into that contact record, they'll know exactly what the last note was and who communicated with that person last and what they talked about.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm sorry if I overwhelmed you with a lot of information, but if you stick to the basics, especially your first-time earlier users of just lead, contact, and organization management, then that's really like 80% of what CRM is.
Okay.
The other stuff just makes your life a lot easier with a bunch of bells and whistles and fun stuff.
Did we ever look at the planning button, and what is that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Planning would be your Franklin Covey features. So planning would be your weekly planning, your mission. You can come in here and you can build a personal mission statement, a family mission statement, a team. You could also do, wait, are you still seeing my screen?
No, it just appeared.
Oh, sorry. I recorded some of this presentation. I hit stop record, but I guess it stopped the whole thing. So anyway, you've got mission. This would be my mission statement. You've got your weekly planning, your compass. This would be sharpening the saw. Are you guys familiar with the Franklin Covey planning methodology and Franklin Covey in general?
Not really, but we've done some through Action Coach. So you're talking about like your values and your belief systems, right?
Yeah, exactly. And in the Stephen Covey world, he was really big on what's known as big rocks and your roles.
Yeah.
So this is where you'd manage all this stuff. Goals, you can throw down all your goals in the software as well and manage and edit those goals. But a lot of it is just planning and time blocking. So this planning section, this is all individual. This is just me. These are my goals. These are my mission. This is my stuff. Nobody else is going to see that. The things that you are going to collaborate and share in the software are going to be your contacts, your organizations, your leads, and your opportunities. Those things you can share. By the way, you can also have a contact in the system that you can check off as private, and then nobody else will be able to access that. But the planning is very personalized, and the CRM would be everything else. When you said you were looking for CRM, I just didn't really spend much time on that initially, so I apologize. But there's a lot of tutorial videos on the planning as well.
And then so everything from all these tabs ends up on your calendar or on a task list, correct? Like your planning that might have dates on it, your opportunities and when they're going to happen, your project due dates,
right.
All of that funnels in calendar?
Yes. If you have a due date associated, yes. So anywhere in the software where there's a due date associated, that will either show up on your task list or in your calendar. That's correct.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Hey.
Thank you so much. We will
You bet.
dive in as we
What are the next steps from here?
What are my next steps?
What are our next steps together? Yours and mine. Like, do I need to call you in a week? Do you need me to send you a quote or a proposal? Do you need additional training? Like, what do we need to do next?
Okay, well, this is Thanksgiving week, which means we'll probably have a couple of days, but then everyone's off for family time.
Totally.
Maybe mid-next week, we
Okay.
will try to have things filled in here. And when you said, do you need to send me a proposal, like, what do you mean by that?
Some people, when they have like multiple users, they'll want to send me, or excuse me, they'll want me to send them a proposal with like pricing and additional services and features, kind of like some things to choose from. So I just didn't know.
I just assumed that the money I saw at the bottom of the page was the money that was going to be.
Oh, okay. Well, no, that's fine. A lot of people. Sorry, no, it's good that we're talking about this. A lot of people will decide to go annually rather than pay month to month because there's some nice price savings by doing so. We also have a professional services department over here, so if you want some custom layouts done or a custom sales process or let's say some marketing email templates and some creative as well as some administrator training. Like we can do all of that for you. We charge by hour for that type of thing. So that's what I meant.
Okay.
Kind of,
yeah, it'd be great to know what those are. And then I noticed that the month-to-month is about $119 a month. So how can we...
For 2 users, yeah.
Yeah, the return on investment. How do people track their ROI with something like that, considering the fact that we're just totally brand new and going to have to learn it pretty slowly?
Yeah, I would say anytime you manage and close a deal through the system using our software, you know, you close one deal for a couple $100 and you've already paid for 1 month of the software. So ROI is really what you're using the software for, and then how many deals are you closing because of it.
Okay. So I'm needing it to stop losing my details. So if I can stop losing my details so we can stay on top of things, that'll be worth it.
Right. Well, especially when it comes to opportunities, right? You talk to somebody and you see that there's an opportunity there. If you just create an opportunity, even if it's early on in the sales stage, then it will help you keep track of that deal, and things will stop slipping through the cracks.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Burke. Yes, go ahead and, I don't know, email me early next week?
Yeah, I will. I'll give you a call or email you, and then we can talk about next steps from there.
Okay, great. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Dorothy. Appreciate your time. Take care. Bye.
You too. All right, have a great weekend. Bye.